If you're looking for some awesome movies or TV shows featuring lesbian romance on Netflix, you just click on the right video. Get ready to dive into these amazing ones that showcase unique connections.
We're excited to share this ranking with you and would love to hear your favorites in the comments.
Don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss out on discovering great movies and TV shows again.
Number 1.
The Perfection.
Director, Richard Shepard.
The Perfection tells the story of a cello genius who had to give up his dreams. Charlotte is a young woman who gives up her life to care for her terminally ill mother. Charlotte, a cello genius, is forced to move away from her great passion when she has to take care of her mother. The passing years cause this wound inside him to grow even larger. However, after years of seeing her old trainers Anton and Paloma's new star Lizzie, the young woman decides to take action.
Charlotte begins pursuing Lizzie, who is in the same position she once held. After a while, the meeting Charlotte has been waiting for takes place. A friendship quickly begins between Charlotte and Lizzie, who have things in common. However, Charlotte has different plans, and as time goes by, this friendship begins to produce different results. Number 2.
Duck Butter.
Director, Miguel Arteta.
Two women, who are dissatisfied with the dishonesty they see in dating and relationships, decide to make a pact to spend 24 hours together hoping to find a new way to create. Naima, Alia Shawkat, and Sergia, Laia Costa, are two women who met in a nightclub. Naima and Sergia, who spend the night together, complain about the frauds they see in dating and relationships. Trying to find a new way to create romance, two women make a 24-hour pact. Naima and Sergia, who decide to have every hour for a day, find themselves in different situations than they expected.
Number 3. To Each Her Own. Director, Miriam Aziza.
Simone, Sarah Stern, has been with Claire for 3 years, but she is still working on one day finally gathering up the courage to confess to her conservative Jewish family that she is a lesbian. Until then, she can endure the fact that her crazy mother, her traditional father and her two brothers want to set her up with men all the time. But just when she is finally about to come out, she meets the Senegalese chef Wally, Jean-Christophe Folly, who enchants her with more than just his food.
She threatens to fall in love and soon finds herself between Claire, Wally and her family. Number 4.
Elisa and Marcella.
Director, Isabel Coixet.
1885 in Galicia, Spain. Elisa, Natalia de Molina, and Marcella, Greta Fernandez, work in a school.
There they get to know each other and become friends.
The friendship is close and develops into a love affair. But Elisa and Marcella are not allowed to show that they are a couple, because same-sex relationships are not socially accepted.
When Marcella's parents become suspicious, they send Marcella away. She has to go abroad for 2 years.
When Marcella and Elisa finally meet again, they want nothing to stand in the way of their life together. To do this, they resort to a trick to avoid further chatter. Elisa leaves the city for a while and comes back disguised as Mario, but the realization of shared love remains difficult.
Number 5.
The Prom.
Director, Ryan Murphy. It is the film adaptation of the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical, The Prom.
The film tells the story of a couple who are not allowed to attend the school prom because they are the same gender. Broadway diva Dee Allen begins to fall from grace when her project for a musical biography of Eleanor Roosevelt fails. To improve her public image, Dee joins hands with her co-star Barry Glickman and fellow actors Angie Dickinson and Trent Oliver.
They will help a high school student named Emma.
Emma, a student at Indiana High School, wants to go to the prom with her girlfriend Alyssa, but the school's narrow-minded parent-teacher union does not allow it. Two separate groups join hands and start a fight so that Emma and Alyssa can attend the prom together.
Number 6. The Half of It.
Director, Alice Wu. The Half of It tells the story of a young girl who, while trying to help her friend impress the girl she likes, realizes that she also likes the same person. Ellie Chu, Leah Lewis, a shy girl, is a high school student who is very successful in her studies.
Paul Munsky, Daniel Deemer, one of the students on the school's football team, looks for a way to impress the coolest girl in school.
For this, he asks Ellie for help. Ellie, who agrees to help Paul, confronts truths about herself that she was unaware of in the process. Things get complicated when Ellie realizes that Paul likes the girl he's trying to impress.
Number 7. I Care a Lot. Director, Jay Blakeson. Poised with shark-like self-assurance, Marla Grayson, Rosamund Pike, is a professional, court-appointed guardian for dozens of elderly wards whose assets she seizes and cunningly bilks through dubious but legal means. It's a well-oiled racket that Marla and her business partner and lover, Fran, use with brutal efficiency on their latest, Cherry, Jennifer Peterson, a wealthy retiree with no living heirs or family.
But when their Mark turns out to have an equally shady secret of her own and connections to a volatile gangster, Marla is forced to level up in a game only predators can play. One that's neither fair nor square.
Number 8. Anne Plus, the film. Director, Valerie Bacheru.
A 20-something lesbian university graduate in Amsterdam prepares to leave for Montreal, meanwhile navigating her social life and writing career. After graduating from university, Anne, Hannah Van Vliet, has a busy to-do list. Write her book, pack her things in Amsterdam and move to Montreal to be with her long-term girlfriend Sar, who would like to have a polyamorous relationship. Everything goes according to plan, so to speak, until Anne meets non-binary drag artist Lou, Thorne Roos de Vries, who offers her a much-needed different perspective on love, life and romance.
Number 9. Ride or Die. Director, Ryuichi Hiroki. 20-something Nene Shinoda, Honami Sato, has an unhappy marriage. Her brutal husband beats her again and again. Then her former classmate Rei Nagasawa, Kiko Mizuhara, enters the scene, who has always been in love with Nene and still is. She kills the husband of the woman she loves and flees with her.
The two women go on a road trip together, but will it have a happy ending? Can Nene even love a woman who committed murder? And can Rei accept when the woman who loves her so much that she would do anything for her doesn't return those feelings?
Number 10. Naiad. Director, Jimmy Chin.
Despite her age and obstacles, 64-year-old long-distance swimmer Diana Naiad, Annette Benning, sets out to realize a dream she has long had. To swim from Cuba to Florida, a distance of just over 177 kilometers across the dangerous open ocean, where she not only has to overcome sharks, but also poisonous jellyfish. She sets out to realize a dream that she has had since she was 28 years old. No one has ever managed this before, but Naiad refuses to let herself be dissuaded from her decision. Only her longtime friend and trainer Bonnie Stoll, Jodie Foster, is at her side. This is how an extraordinary training begins in order to be able to master this extreme distance.